Good morning, and I'm at the Eden project this morning, and we're preparing some of our kit that we're going to use for the Last Chance to Paint project. Now, one of the main things is the sound, and I've got a Samson microphone on. They very kindly sponsored the project. I'm just going to show you how that works with the iPhone. We've got one on the iPhone at the moment, but we're going to use it with the gimbal as well. So if you come in closer, we can have a look at that, how it works. So what we've put together, you have a little Samson mixing box, and we've got a rig here, and this rig will allow us to put it on a gimbal so that when we're walking around in the rainforest, we can get some steady shots when we need to. So this just screws on here, like so, and then the iPhone will go in here, and we have some moment weights to offset the weight of the iPhone. And we'll film this again later. Can't show you the iPhone in a minute because we're filming on it. And this just links to two lavalier mics, one of which I'm wearing, and they look like this, which is great. And it's 2 channels, so Martha Lily can be on mic and myself as well. Okay, in addition to this kit, we also have, for charging up, we have solar panels, because we're going to need lots of power in the rainforest to keep the iPhone and the Samson kit going. So we have solar panels, and we also have battery packs. Now these are really good, and these will charge up the iPhone about 6 or 7 times, and again they have solar panels, and all these things are waterproof. And I can immediately see everything's getting wet here, Martha Lily. Look, this is going to be very typical of what happens in the rainforest. I'm actually not sure how happy that one is getting wet, so that's going away. This one I know is happy to get wet. So these will charge up. Okay, the next thing we're going to be using, we've got microphones so we can interview people in the tribe. This will link into the Samsung microphones. And on top of that, we're obviously going to be using cameras. We've got a very big camera today. We'll probably take a smaller one with us. But this is the sort of kit we're going to need to make Last Chance to Paint work. And today I'm also going to be using an iPad, and I'll be drawing with this later. And again, we can charge this up with solar panel, and we're going to be using the app Procreate. Now Procreate are very kindly the headline sponsors for the Spirit of the Rainforest project, so I'll be drawing on this a little bit later on in the biome. Now, when we're in the rainforest, another thing that's really important is to keep the sun off you, and to try and keep the insects off you, and Rohan, the clothing company, have provided the team with really fantastic clothes. These are sunproof to keep the sun off, and they are also insect resistant. So in a minute we will put these on, because now we're in tropical conditions here in the biome. Okay, so we're talking about the Samson mic system, and that comes with a really neat mixer. Now if I just start to film Martha Lily on this iPhone, so hi Martha Lily, now I can show you how this actually links in. So do you see, you've got the Samsung system there, and it literally just plugs into the lightning port on an iPhone, and it takes 2 channels, so we'll be able to have 2 people mic'd up on the lavaliers, or you can have a handheld interview mic, which is great. In the world's largest captive rainforest at the amazing Eden project in Cornwall, and it's really hot in here. So we're going to try out the insect shield and sun shield clothing from Rohan, who are very kindly supporting Last Chance to Paint project. So on a click of my fingers, we're going to magically change. Ta-da! Now we're in suitable clothing for the rainforest. So we both have long trousers and long sleeves because we're fair skinned. And this particular Rohan clothing has a natural insecticide in it. So if mosquitoes and insects land on us and try to bite us with the clothing, there's a deterrent for them. They won't like it, so that hopefully they will literally buzz off. And there are lots of tropical diseases in the Amazon rainforest, including malaria, including dengue, the Zika virus, yellow fever. So it's really important to try and minimise being bitten by insects. The other thing this clothing does is it dries really, really quickly, so we can wash it in the Rio Gregorio, and a couple of hours later it will be dry. You can even go swimming in it and just wear it, and it dries on your body. And it's got a really, really fine material which wicks away moisture to help keep you cool, and it also stops sunlight from reaching your skin to burn you. So thank you, Rohan. This is going to make our trip so much more comfortable and so much safer. going to do an iPad drawing of that area. So come with me, Martha Lily, and let's see what we can find. And it's going to get quite a bit hotter, I think, as we head on up. Yeah, you can feel the heat now as we go up another layer in the biome. Martha Lily, look at this, we go into here, check out these bananas. They've got a beautiful exhibit on bananas, which is the world's 4th staple food. And you get this wonderful light that shines through the banana plants. So up we go, further into the biome. Look at these amazing stems of the bananas here. When they fruit, they get cut down. They're the world's, I think the world's biggest herb, but they're certainly a herb. They're not a tree. And then come and have a look at this banana. Okay, it's just up here, and you should be able to hear the sound of the water soon. It's absolutely beautiful. Look at all these palm trees. If you get a shot looking up here at the biome roof, it's really beautiful. If I see some, I'll let you know. Yeah, look, there's one up there. Can you get a shot of that, Martha Lily? There's one up there. Beautiful. It's a really interesting plant. This is the fruit that chocolate comes from, originates from, and the flowers go straight out of the bark of the tree. I don't know if you can hear, but the sound of the water is getting stronger and stronger. Look at this beautiful flower. This should be a really nice area to paint, I hope. Well, digitally paint. And here's the beautiful waterfall. So Martha Lily, look, you can get a shot of the waterfall right up there. It snakes all the way down into this beautiful pond. Look up there, above our heads, there's some beautiful air plants growing off the trees. They look like sort of wispy beards. Yeah, there they are. Beautiful. And that whole branch is covered in epiphytes. It's really stunning. I'm going to paint this. Yeah, so I think that will work well. And these spotty plants. I'm looking around, there's some beautiful blue flowers up there too. I could include those potentially, but it will depend how the drawing develops. So first of all, let's get a beautiful background down. Okay, so we're going to choose the brush. One of the brushes I've designed that I find just gives me the look and feel. It's similar-ish to the way I paint with traditional medium. There's a lovely slider on the side of the screen where you can make the brush larger so we're getting floods of colour down. I tend to work all on one layer for my main paintings, but you can add multiple layers to a drawing or painting, digital painting, which can be really useful. And I've actually got a textured layer built into this as well. choosing some deeper purple colours. So I'm just experimenting using Procreate in a situation, in a tropical situation, and actually painting from life, which is a really lovely thing to do, and seeing how it handles, and trying out different brushes and painting these beautiful birds as well. But they keep running away. They are fun though. And I'm just seeing what the complications are of working in bright outside light, and actually it works really well. So I'm just working on some of these beautiful plants that are growing on this log. These are epiphytes and bromeliads, and it's really wonderful to be able to stand here in the world's largest captive rainforest using Procreate and this iPad and Apple Pencil instead of my paintbrushes, just to see what can be achieved. And it's a really beautiful process because you can layer on the colour, and unlike a normal painting, it's very easy to undo mistakes or change your mind. You can also use layers, which is really nice, and it's very fluid, so you can see how quickly I can zoom in and then start to work on other areas. And this beautiful pink colour, I think we should bring some of this in here. It's what I call a story of colour, so that we can get this colour working all the way around my painting, my digital painting in this particular instance. So the painting's coming along really nicely, and I'm now developing more colours on top where the light might be hitting the plants and the leaves, and I'm definitely not just sticking to the colours that I see. Because what I'm trying to do is get an impression of what I feel about this place, and colour is a really good way of doing that. And by getting some more zingy colours moving around the subject and the painting, it allows me to get that feeling of excitement, of the sense of life that goes through all of these plants as well. It won't be too much longer and this will be completed. There's a couple of things I've discovered today using Procreate, which I'm going to put into action when I'm in the Amazon rainforest. The first thing is I will need to actually put my iPad on an easel, as if I was actually painting. Because what I'm finding is holding the iPad is fine, but for the length of time I need to hold it, it's actually quite tiring, and I'm using the use of my body to move around and to move back from my work. So we did a little experiment earlier where Martha Lily was very kind with my easel, and that worked much better for me. So next time you see me doing this, which will be in the Amazon rainforest, this will be on an easel.